It's been about, like, a week, but we're back, and we're gonna take a broom and shove it up Dracula's ass.
That's right, Dracula.
Big, pointy broom.
I'm coming for you. I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to shove it up your asshole.
Seriously, this boss was kind of freaking ridiculous, but we think we have found a winning strategy, and we can do it.
It's pretty cheap.
It's
oh shit.
Oh Jesus. It's pretty much like resource management, like priority, like absolute get shit going the way you have, and as long as you have the few items, you don't need to waste, you know, or you don't need to save anything because we're not going to go fight all the other crazy weapons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So the goal for this damn thing, so we can end our Halloween playthrough finally, is to defeat Dracula
with the combat knife.
And I'm feeling pretty good about this because I'm glad to see Symphony of the Night finish from beginning to end because I never have. And oh my God, Shaft, that's right, you're still a giant piece of shit.
Shaft!
Jesus God. Why does he have to be
It's so weird because he looks like Sam Jackson, like on game, like a ghost of Sam Jackson.
Purple and green and shit.
And then you see his character portrait and you're like, what the fuck is this?
What? Yeah.
I'm bored.
It makes little sense.
He looks like that old asshole from the Kingdom Hearts games. I don't know.
How the fuck did I remember that? Holy shit.
I don't know. I mean, is that the one he was in, like, the Birth by Sleep trailer with all the Batman knights?
Yeah, I'm gonna Google that shit. Hold on. It's probably Xehanort.
But Belmont
I don't know how to spell it.
Among vampire hunters. None other could defeat him.
This guy, right?
How do you fucking know this?
I fucking know that. Holy shit.
Fuck?
I forget the names of the simplest fucking things, so for some reason I remember Xehanort.
Oh
God
you
damn.
didn't even play a game that he was in.
I don't think I did. I think he was mentioned in Kingdom Hearts 2. How the fuck do I know that?
God, the only thing,
Jesus Christ, is that
the only
supposed to be
thing
a
missing
brony?
is like his pubic chin hair.
Mess him up, Simmons. Oh, do you have your combat knife on?
Yeah.
Nice. Combat knife is like the greatest thing ever.
Oh shit.
Oh god, this is going terribly already. Pew pew pew. Pew pew pew.
It's funny, the bouncing balls do the worst.
Yeah, they do the most damage.
Get away, get away, get away!
Soul Steel!
I will after it comes back down.
Play this shit like a fighting game. No, we need a freaking PlayStation D-pad.
Yes, we
need a
do.
PlayStation D-pad. You know what I'm also tempted to get? One of those Sega Saturn USB controllers for our Saturn videos. Because you guys know, when it comes to me, when we play like older games, I'm kind of like a quality whore. So I want games to look the best possible, even if it's some giant piece of shit like Castlevania 64. Like, I want it to look as good as possible. So we have these games already. The thing is, I want them to look as good as they possibly can. So I spend a lot of time setting them up in emulation to make them look as beautiful as possible. And there's going to be a game we're going to be doing pretty soon that we're going to make it look as beautiful as possible.
Yeah, that's kind of a weird point of contention, because I'm actually very much like the James Rolfe mentality of just straight recording it off the TV as it was.
Yeah. My only issue with that is that it's like, I get more personal satisfaction out of that. Like, personally, like playing the game on the system it fucking was what came from. Like, playing Mega Man X4 on a Saturn, you know what I mean? I find that personally to be the most fun. The only issue is that no one sees that. Like, nobody actually sees that on YouTube. They just see the game. And recording freaking... You've seen what our Die Hard arcade videos look like. They look pretty freaking crappy.
I like it, though.
I like it, though. I mean, it's okay, but at the same time, it's like, if I can get better quality, I'll get better quality. I am a quality whore. There's one thing that got me to where I am on YouTube with the iota of success that I have. It's being a quality whore about everything.
Yeah, right, that works for new games, but I don't know. I like having like the shitty old look. I'm like, the game,
shitty old look.
The game looks this bad on your monitor, which is way higher resolution than your TV ever fucking was.
It's true. We kind of made Castlevania 64 look like this pretty nice looking game in comparison to what it actually looked like.
I mean, it still had that stupid, weird, washed out texture. Like someone had taken the game and dumped it into a washing machine and poured a bunch of bleach in.
Yes.
And then it came out and dried it, and here's the textures for Castlevania 64.
It's got a color filter all over it.
It's not like the next gen brown gray filter or like Man of Steel's chrome filter, which really bugged the fuck out of me during that whole movie. But yeah, it's like it's washed out.
Yeah. Speaking of filters, that reminds me, we should definitely play the most popular, technical, and greatest selling Resident Evil game of all time now, which is Resident Evil 5. That is insane to think of that, dude. That RE5 is is actually more popular and more successful than RE2 and RE4. That blows my fucking mind.
It's a little sad.
It's not.
But RE4
but it's not
came
exactly,
out so late, though.
Like I would be sad if that was RE6. Because RE6, I think, genuinely is not a well-crafted game. Like, I think there's just things... it's not a horrible game, but in comparison to RE5 and RE4, it's not good. No. Like, RE5, like you said, you have the greatest explanation of what RE5 is. A creatively bankrupt RE4. Yeah. Perfect explanation of what it is. Doesn't make it a bad game, though.
It's not a
super
bad
fun.
game. It's just like I say, creatively bankrupt RE4.
And but in the long run, the reason I like 5 a lot still, super fucking fun game. Like, it might not be the best Resident Evil quote-unquote game, but in my opinion, RE5's characters are some of the most iconic of, like, the way the characters are presented in that game are pretty much some of the best of any of the RE series. Fucking talking about Resident Evil.
The way they're presented? What are you talking about exactly?
The way like Wesker is like the best bad guy ever. Sheva's actually a really good fucking sidekick. I like Sheva more than Claire. Like, I think Claire's kind of just like super generic.
Well, yeah, I like Sheva, but I think Wesker's a little too, like, almost cartoony, but like they treat it super seriously. That's my biggest problem with RE5 is how seriously they treat their subject matter. Like, we're super serious. Like, we're Metal Gear now.
I feel.
And I'm like, God, you guys are dumb. And like, I even was talking to Ruben about this. Like, they ad-libbed in dialogue, like not cutscene dialogue, but like like while Chris is running around dialogue, where he's basically making fun of Wesker.
Yeah.
It basically was the people who natively speak English's way of saying, yeah, this shit is whack, yo.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I actually feel that mentality is way more RE6 than RE5, because there's some pretty goofy shit in RE5.
Well, RE6 is like to the nth degree.
Yeah, it's like RE6 is like takes itself super fucking seriously. There's not an iota of like happiness throughout that entire thing, or like you know, kind of pandering to the it panders to the audience so much is kind of the issue. I don't know. I feel like RE5 is in its own little universe of like goofy what the fuckisms. Like,
but it does take itself seriously. There is no comedy moments. There's no like cool moments with Chris and Sheva. It's just, we gotta find Jill. We gotta rescue this. We gotta go. You will give me an egg. Like, that was one of those added in things in post where they're like, we need to like do something funny. So DC Douglas and I forget the guy, Ken Lally, who did the mocap, added in this whole thing was like, you will give me an egg.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I have to go. Maybe I have to play it again. I just remember like the characters being pretty memorable, and me like not.
The
really
best character
Chris.
in that game is Ricardo Irving, and he dies really early on, which really bums me out.
The turban guy?
No, the business guy.
Oh, the guy like.
Yeah, the guy's like, splendid timing. Yeah. You two are just in time for the fireworks show.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, he was definitely super goofy. Like, there's no characters like that in RE6 at all. Like, right? There's no characters like super personalities. Really. Like, that character felt like he came out of like the old REs, like RE2.
Yeah.
You know, that's why or he felt like that he came right out of RE4, to be honest. I don't know. I feel like, yeah, it's a creatively bankrupt, like, the characters, there's not many.
But that's just story. That's all fluff. That doesn't make the game any better or worse, or whether or not like the game takes itself seriously or not.
Yeah.
It's just the pacing is like nowhere near as good as 4.
Yeah.
And there's like there's nothing exciting or new.
In all honesty, I think comparing any fucking game to Resident Evil 4 is pretty unfair. Because Resident Evil 4 is like one of the greatest fucking games
that
ever
is
made.
A very, very good point. I think,
it's like,
there's like, well, you can compare, but why? You know, this is like the best game ever. And this game's like here's a solid 9, but it's not a 10.
Yeah, it's like kind of mean. It's like Resident Evil 4 on the scale of the 1 to 10 is pretty much a fucking 15.
Yeah.
Like, and regular video games are 1 to 10s, and Resident Evil 4 is a fucking like 15.
Yeah.
No one's ever gonna fucking do this game out ever again. Like, it set a precedent that changed the industry from its point forward and will never be duplicated. So I'm kind of like, RE5's pretty good. It's not 4 by any means, but what game is?
Yeah, but what game is, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. I could kind of... I'm not saying I'm, like, forgiving it. I'm just saying, I liked RE5. I think
it's good. It's just... We've played 4, so we have no reason not to play 5.
Alright, 5 looks fucking good.
Let's put it this way. We've played 4, there's no reason not to There's no reason not to finish Revelations either.
That's true.
And I actually do like Revelations. I like Revelations more than 5 by a very small margin. Mostly because of how
holy shit.
Mostly because of how awesome raid mode is, and I totally forgot to do that.
Use your holy shit?
Yeah, but I think raid mode is just so fucking awesome in Revelations, which is why I kind of like it more than 5.
Right.
Because 5 is really fun co-op, but there's nothing to do other, you spawn the rubies from the liquors, and that's it. Like,
holy fuck, I like your strategy, by the way. I'm just saying. Like, the fucking bat to miss thing, I just realized what... Oh, Saberwolf is dead. The bat to miss thing... Oh, use your holy... Actually, don't use it.
I'm using it when he comes back.
Yeah. The bat to the miss thing to avoid, like, the pentagram. Smart shit. Now, fuck him up. Jesus, you haven't even been touched yet. Oh my god. This is one hell of a fucking strategy. And since looks like the bat does not take any MP at all.
Yeah, really. He drains really slow, but the miss drains fast.
So you kind of fuck him up super quick.
Yeah, this is cheap, but you know what? It works.
You know, we're under leveled. Actually, we're probably just about leveled, but we only get to play this game sparingly over the past like fucking month. We've been playing this game for a month, dude.
I know.
Kind of crazy.
I know.
Kind of fucking crazy. We're beating Symphony of the Night.
I mean, we're doing it legit, though. I mean, we could have ended it with Richter.
Yeah.
To get the bad ending.
Jesus, I think that's a lot of damage.
Well, that's all 4 of them.
You giant Dracula. Fuck. I'm trying to look at Dracula's hand. See when Dracula's hand moves. That's when he.
Yeah, but it doesn't really. He just kind of like it didn't move at all there.
It only moves.
He's on like just this auto animation where he's just gonna like just move his one right hand every
That's what was screwing us up so hard before. Oh ha 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 ha! Giant asshole Dracula. You should see Buffy the Vampire Slayer with Paul Rubin, the original movie.
I have not really seen much of anything of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I don't care about the show. Like, I could.
But Max, he's Joss Whedon or whoever the fuck did it.
I was like, I don't understand why they made a show about it.
It's so good, Joe, because it's made by a guy who directed that Avengers movie, and he's such a big fan of geekdom and does all the geeky things.
The movie's just awesome. A comedy.
I'm a geek, and I like geek things, because geeks are cool to geek.
I'm guessing you like Joss Whedon.
Yes, I don't. I don't dislike him. I don't have like this undying affinity for the guy. I think it's Joss Whedon. That's the guy who did Buffy, right?
I don't even know. All I know is that he wrote Alien Resurrection, and I have no respect for the guy. The Alien... Oh, Jesus, that was close. Buffy the movie, the 80s movie, is actually really fucking funny. Like, it's super... I remember
like all the same people who made it, though?
Then the show?
Yeah.
No, I don't believe so. It's a movie.
I know it's a movie, but it's like the
show
same
came like
fucking creators and shit, wasn't it?
The show came like 7 years later or some shit like that. And I don't remember the show being anything like the movie. I never fucking watched the show. There was nothing of interest in the show to me. Well, there you fucking go.
Go back whence you came. Trouble the
asshole.
Soul of my mother no more.
Peace out, mother Pfeiffer.
How is it that I've been so defeated?
So defeated.
Dude, he's such a good voice actor compared to fucking Alucard.
To love.
What the fuck?
Ever since you lost the ability to love.
Jesus, Dad, why don't you just make out with him?
Sarcasm.
Gains the world and loses his own soul. Matthew 6.
This is so fucking random. Yeah. Sunday school with Dracula.
Tell me, what
for all those super atheist people out there, he was quoting the Bible.
The Bible.
The first book of the New Testament, named after me.
Do them no harm.
That's lovely.
Already a hard
Simmons' church-bearing soul.
She also said to tell you that she would love you for all of eternity.
Oh.
Lisa!
Forgive me!
Forgive me!
Farewell,
my son! Blah! Oh, he doesn't scream? He should.
Well, he's not really dead. I mean, he comes back like 30 billion more times in all the
Really?
sequels.
This isn't the end of Castlevania? There's
No.
actually more games after this?
Chronologically, yeah.
You fucking kidding me?
Alucard.
Alucard!
Alucard.
Jesus, Maria.
I'm sorry.
You beautiful woman.
My fault you had to fight your
Jesus, Richter's a beautiful man, too. Look at that guy's fucking hair.
I had my own reasons for destroying him. It must have been painful for you.
I don't think Castlevania would work as a film.
You must always remember.
Oh, I do. I've thought about it. You can make it work.
you could.
The thing is, you don't make it follow the storyline strictly of a game.
Yeah, like you know, the castle is the end of the movie.
Well,
not
dude,
the
like
beginning.
you start it with Rondo of Blood, or you do. I think Rondo of Blood would make the best film because it's like, okay, so there's this village and they captured all these like girls, and they call this one guy in, Richter, whose family has like this heritage, to go in, and he comes into town and the town's all on fire.
Direct shit.
Yeah, and he has to like go and save all these people, and then he gets to this castle and he has to like fight
I
Dracula.
feel like this has been made before with like that Hugh Jackman movie.
Don't talk about that, Max. That movie's a piece of shit.
It really is similar though.
I think I only saw like a half hour of it on TV once, and I'm like,
But like all the shit that's in that movie is in this
it's
game.
like it is Castlevania, but it's like it's also shitty.
Well, asking for a Castlevania movie isn't just asking for a Castlevania movie. It's asking for a good director.
Yeah.
And a good writer and good actors. And
Well, that's every movie.
that's pretty much
You want a
every
good movie? You need a good writer and a good director
You
and good
actually
actors.
need a good film, not just a movie. Otherwise, you get Max Payne. Which we should watch. We should watch all these shitty
I've
video
never
game
seen
movies. Robert Belgrade, you are the greatest Alucard ever. So I bet you
Are we
Scott
sure that's
McCulloch.
him? I think-
I'm just taking assumptions. Who talked the most? I'm guessing Scott McCulloch is
I don't
Dracula.
know. Whoever's Dracula, awesome.
Awesome dude. He actually gave a shit. Actually cared. Well, that was pretty good. Alucard's Destiny Battle 1997 is complete. And I don't even think we can skip the credits, right?
What is this
What
song?
is the somber ass shit we're listening to? It's my destiny!
What the fuck? It's
Holy
so
shit.
90s. Remember how they always had like
Some like J-poppy song.
not a
at the end.
J-pop, R&B song.
Like R&B J-pop.
Remember, like everything was fucking I Believe I Can Fly.
everything was R&B Korean J-pop.
Yeah. I believe I can fly.
Alucard can touch the sky.
Like,
into a bat every
so
night
many
and
fucking
day.
movies, like Space Jam and like
Yes.
Anastasia, and even Mask of the fucking Phantasm from Batman
Yeah.
had this weird fucking like, oh my god,
You completed the video
you
game.
complete me.
You're okay
And
at
like
the stuff.
it's all songs they play in supermarkets now. like,
Yes.
endlessly. And
Yes.
it's like, oh god.
It's like, what if we, like, we fucking
the 90s didn't go away. It just sunk into aisle 3.
You know what the best thing would have fucking been is if I ever beat a Zero Dreams and in the end Sugar Ray comes on someday when my life has passed me by. I lay around
It was
and
like you
wonder
beat
why.
Nights and you get that super Boys to Men version of the
Yes,
song.
dude.
In a
In the
dream
night,
I can see
you are not far away.
Oh yeah.
Anytime, any place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. They actually put that shit in Sonic Adventure 1.
Ayami Kojima.
Let's go back to the 90s and just relive all this
No!
shit. Is there something like that at the end of
No!
Grandia? Is there something like that at the end of Grandia? Is there like a super somber, like,
No.
R&B song at the end? There should
No.
be.
No, fuck you.
Seems like a perfect game
no,
for it.
no, and no.
I think there's one at the end of PSO.
Yeah.
There was, yeah. There was some
Yeah,
sort of
yeah,
singer
kind of,
thing.
yeah. I mean,
Jesus!
that technically came out in 99 in Japan, so it fits, it counts.
I actually think only
Music
10,
written by.
I think only 10 people actually worked in this game, but the screen scrolling is going by so fucking slow that you would have no idea. Jesus, man! This is the slowest credits I've ever seen. Larry Mott, the Mad Hatter Recording Studio.
Hey, that's
man.
a great recording studio
But-
for the voice acting in this game.
But your screen time on this game is already 20 fucking seconds. 30 seconds. 35. Larry Mott, the Mad Hatter Recording Studio, got 40 fucking seconds screen time on Castlevania Symphony of the Night. And that's probably his greatest achievement ever. What the fuck?
This is the sax.
Gerald Albright, sex. Oh, special
It's
thanks.
so bad.
It turns into like a Kenny G song.
Dude, fucking like Alucard or Richter should just come out wearing like a weird ass like Village People outfit with a saxophone and be like,
Yes.
sexy sax Alucard.
That's exactly what I saw in my head. I saw Alucard come out with fucking sunglasses on.
Sax- Oh man, Kenny G! Kenny G, come save us from Dracula!
Jesus Christ, man.
You know what's more awesome than Sexy Sax Man?
Huh.
The music video to Always.
What? Hold on.
The music video to Always I Want to Be With You, because it's like this weird, like, the gay, like, it's weird, like, this whole...
The song to the original Robot Unicorn.
Always, I want to be with you. And it's, like, on this really shitty stage, and there's all these flower petals.
It's ridiculous.
All Japanese. There's, like, this, like, shrine maiden, and there's, like, this evil, like, Oni demon guy with a big dildo nose. Sense. And he's, like, fighting the guy through the power of love and dance.
It's pretty much Legend in music
Everything is cold and flowery and gay and on fire all at the same time.
Sounds majestic as balls. Well, there we go. Thank you, Konami, and thank you guys very much for watching. Our Halloween fucking destiny is now completed because we have defeated Symphony of the Night. Good night, everybody!